Jose, now you've got your biscuits. Facing up against Swansea this weekend, what sort of a different proposition is it now compared to maybe earlier on in the season?
They improved a lot. We played them in the beginning, really. But after that they have a difficult period, and they found themselves in a difficult situation. But since Carlos arrived, it's obvious that the team improved a lot. They got the points that many wouldn't expect they could get, and in this moment they are in a position not far from celebrate a fantastic achievement, which is to stay in the Premier League. So we are going to face a team that is very well organized, especially by the defensive point of view. They defend not just with a lot of people, but they defend really well organized and with a clear idea of their defensive movements. And then they are dangerous in counter-attack. They are powerful in set pieces, using the aerial ability of, especially of their three central defenders that are really dangerous in the opposition half. And I think by the mental point of view, you can feel fantastic work by Carlos. The team looks happy, the team looks confident. They get points almost everywhere, even in a difficult situation of 10 players for I think 75 minutes against Huddersfield, and they managed to get the point. So they found a way to get points, and they are doing amazingly well.
He called you yesterday the king of football in Portugal. Did you see those comments?
Yes, I spoke with him last night. He told that I was the king of the coaches, not the king of football. And he said that since my winning period with Porto, and since the moment I left the country, I opened the door for more Portuguese coaches to leave, which is something that I know is true. But I spoke with Carlos a couple of times every week. This week was not different. So last night we spoke a little, and I thanked him for his nice words, because one thing is to sing, another thing is to say, and he told that publicly in front of you.
How's the team looking for the games tomorrow? McTominay, Romero and Young, there were issues with them.
Romero is injured, and I think he will for a few weeks. I think in the end he was lucky, because it was a strong contact, a strong contusion. It will take a little bit of time to recover. Ashley Young had a problem in the last part of the game against Italy, but we think there is a chance for him to recover. And Daley Blind come back from his treatment in Holland, start training with us in the last few days, and he's the only one that is not available, a part of Daley that is training with us, but obviously not available after a couple of months out. We recovered all the other problems we had, including Phil Jones, of course Marcos Rojo. He played already with Argentina, so the picture improved a lot for us in that aspect.
If Ashley Young is unavailable tomorrow, would you play Luke Shaw? And what is the situation there? There's been lots of talk.
If he's available or unavailable, Luke Shaw is always an option. Ashley Young was available to play against Brighton, and I started with Luke Shaw, so that's not a problem.
Jose, there's been some speculation this week that you spoke with the France manager Didier Deschamps.
Not true.
Not true at all.
Not true. I think the last time I spoke with Didier Deschamps was probably when we played against each other many years ago. I don't speak with Didier for a long time.
What was your view on the way Paul Pogba returned to the French side?
I don't comment my players' performances in their national teams.
Finally, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is going to be unveiled before the Los Angeles media today. How big a loss will he be in terms of influence in your dressing room, and what sort of player should the Galaxy be expecting to get now?
You know, for me, it's always sad when the big players, they go in the direction of the end. I remember, for example, Luis Figo, last match with me and with Inter, and I always remember as one of my saddest moments, because I always feel very, very sorry when the big ones finish or when the big ones go to the last period of their career. So for me, the Zlatan goodbye moment was more in that direction. He's a big player that that top football, European football, is losing now, and we lose forever, because he will not be back to this level of football. But I think fantastic for him in this period. I think is a fantastic way for him not to go from being a player to be a former player. I think this period with Galaxy, this couple of years, probably will be very good for him. Will be very good for American football, because what he can do, what he can teach, what he can attract, his personality, his passion for football, the level of professionalism he always has. Since even his recovering was an example of what a professional should be. I think he's more the MLS and US as a football country that is going to get is more than what Zlatan is going to get, because for him I think will be just a way to enjoy probably the last year or the last couple of years of his football.